This is Media Philosophy, exploring the deeper side of Has-Been Hotel, more specifically the creator vivziepop, a perfect example of what it takes to make it as a creative in 2025, because you really can't think of a better example of a grassroots creator able to, I would say, become legitimate might be the phrase I'm looking for. And by that, I mean like actually on Amazon Prime, which I would say is a huge accomplishment. But vivziepop success did not happen overnight. It took tons of hard work, a lot of dedication, a lot of just probably self-sacrifice to get Has-Been Hotel onto Amazon Prime. I mean, how many episodes of Hell of a Boss existed before there was the promise of Has-Been Hotel? I've heard that Has-Been Hotel has been sort of like in this creativity limbo hell for so long that I'm just glad that it finally existed, because I know vivziepop has a pretty strong following, and I can see why. I might personally not enjoy her work, just, it's, not my humor, but I can respect what it took to get there. I mean, how many animators are out there who are putting out full 20-minute episodes on YouTube for free? Yeah, it might take a couple months for Hell of a Boss to come out, or whatever, years at a time, but it's just that grassroots dedication, and you kind of see that happening again now with something like Amazing Digital Circus, except that took off probably a lot faster. It's already on Netflix and whatnot, but this is about Has-Been Hotel, and what a creative journey that vivziepop has gone through. And there has just been a lot of animators, a lot of talented animators who have graced the internet, and I have been an observer of internet animation for a couple decades now. I was on Newgrounds back in the early mid-2000s, so I've seen my fair share of animators, and most of them, while so talented, are just animators. Not that there's anything wrong with that, I just mean there's a big difference between that animator who just has a credit in the credits of, at the end of a movie or a TV show or whatever, versus someone like Walt Disney or Chuck Jones or vivziepop in this case, someone whose name is actually attached to the top of the bill, who may not be doing all of the grunt work, but just whose name is actually recognized. And it's just insane. I can't even imagine what vivziepop herself experiences. I mean, I'm sure you can't even imagine going from those sort of fan, low-level, grassroots animations like Hell of a Boss. Still very professional, done, looking very good. I mean, you don't just get a TV show on Amazon Prime by accident. I mean, she's a very skilled animator. But to go from that and to, have... And the cool thing is, like, Hell of a Boss and Has-Been Hotel retains a lot of the same charm, I guess. Again, it's not super my humor or whatnot, but what I'm talking about is, Hell of a Boss. What is a big identity for a lot of vivziepop's entertainment is the musical aspect. I love that so much, and it's just amazing how someone could be going from working with talented people in Hell of a Boss, who, again, are more independent, grassroots, starting off voice actors, to getting established Broadway, Disney stars. I mean, you got the actor from Encanto playing, I forget what her name is. Like I said, I'm not a huge Vaggie. You got her playing Vaggie, the Maribel playing Vaggie. You have super iconic voice actor, I don't know their names off the top of my head, the president from Rick and Morty playing the bartender, and you just have vivziepop, again, just working with such high-level names. I mean, you just can't... It's just inspiring for me. One of my ultimate goals would be to make some movies, make some short stories. I know I can do that now. I'm just not, I guess I'm just too cowardly to actually pull that trigger with working with actual people, because I would actually have to talk to other people, and that terrifies me. But maybe in 2025 I'll break out of my shell. But again, just coming from someone who does admire creativity and wants to engage in the creative arts. It's just so inspiring to see someone work so hard through the years. And again, there was a lot of uncertainty with Has Been Hotel. I heard this is something that's been in production or like talks since like 2018, 2020. I don't know when it came out. I want to say like 2024. And I would say that's a pretty long time to actually get off the ground. And I'm pretty sure all that time, during all that uncertainty, vivziepop wasn't just sitting there crying, sitting on her hands, just, waiting for something to happen. She was updating Helluva Boss. And that's what it takes to make it in this day and age, is just plowing through, continuing to dedicate yourself to the craft, and just understanding that you're doing it without an expectation to succeed. Because again, there was a lot of uncertainty whether Has Been Hotel was going to get made or not. And during that time, I'm sure if vivziepop just gave up or stopped updating Helluva Boss, all that hype, all those supporters, all those fans would have just sort of fallen off a cliff, would have found something else. But because she was dedicated and didn't give up, now look at her. So I just really am glad to just see a animator, a cartoonist, be able to create something, especially because I feel like media is so gatekept nowadays. In 2025, I feel like if you did not already get in on everything back in the early 2000s, whatever, if you weren't basically grandfathered into the industry, it's so much harder to break through, even if you have a following online, even if you have so much talent. I know Has Been Hotel has been confirmed for a second season. We'll see what happens after that. Again, you can't be too disappointed if something like Has Been Hotel gets canceled, even if you're vivziepop. You just, in this day and age, just even 2 seasons, I would say, is something to be proud of. And it's just so hard to get one of those legacy series like Family Guy, American Dad, Bob's Burgers. I feel like that ship has sailed. Maybe Rick and Morty might be that last bastion of like one of those series that actually gets more than 3 seasons and then it gets killed off. But we'll see. I just don't feel like people really love Has Been Hotel. I don't feel like it has like the humor to really reach like a mass audience. And I don't know how much you can lean on music, because that's really the only thing I listen to. I'll listen to that soundtrack for Has Been Hotel probably once a week, a couple times a month, because it's just so good. But the series, it just seemed juvenile to me, the jokes and whatnot. I'm clearly not the target demographic. So if kids are enjoying it, if kids are laughing, then maybe it will survive. It's so hard to know what's successful nowadays, how TV shows, how networks even judge success. So whatever. Good luck, vivziepop. Congratulations on your success. And this is Media Philosophy, exploring the deeper side of entertainment.